The issue of insecurity has been attributed to the presence of minerals in some of these locations, and our own is different. Yes, we have those minerals, but those minerals have never been tapped. It has never been unlocked, and we are out to unlock our potentials. The establishment of conference, uh, conference, what do you call it? University of Science and Technology was a deliberate attempt and action taken by my boss, Alhaji Abelu, because produce a product. You should produce a product that will fit into the system. We have many, but if you look at most of these universities in this country, they are all conventional university of what business administration, business management, and all what have you. But what about your raw material? So we have gold in Kogi State, we have lithium in Kogi State, we have coal in Kogi State, we have beryllium in Kogi State, we have iron ore, we have gemstone, and all of that. So we have taken that bold decision within ourselves as a state, as a people, that our own children must be trained towards what we have. So that by the time they are coming out, they don't need to start rushing to Abuja, going to Port Harcourt, Japa, no to that. So what we have come here to do is for me to come and see firsthand, as an auditor, I'm a field worker. I must verify any information. I want to see them, these are our youth, for an empowerment program on what? On mining and jewelry craftsmanship. Because we want to make use of what we have by our own people. So with them coming on board to train on this very special product, minerals that God has given us, that will drastically reduce the issue of insecurity. Create employment for our youth. In Kogi State, let me tell you, we have promised our youth, we are not going to give fish. We will train you to learn how to fish so that you can be getting it yourself instead of waiting for somebody to give you. And we thank God, Man of Livelihoods is a young man that has taken this very seriously. His business is not in this country, but he's well known across the world. But we met with him, we cried to him, and we sat down to dialogue to help us come back home. This is his own country. Come and replicate the same thing that you are having in UK, you are having in US and across the world in your own state. And Kogi State will be the pilot state to make that happen. And today, he's here, we are making best use of it. I want to sincerely appreciate Mr. President. He told me, he said, Ododo, go and serve your people. Make sure you remove your youth from the street. I asked him, sir, what do I do? He said, empower them. And part of that empowerment is what we are doing here today. So I'm here because I'm part of them. I will continue to come, and I have encouraged them to take it very seriously. By the time they are coming out, we have the raw materials in abundance that they will come and take control of, so that these criminals, some of them are not licensed miners, that are coming to steal our products, we will put a stop to it. Thank you and God bless you.
And even as Ada, when we brought out this program, it was only meant for the youth of Kogi State. We had phone numbers. People from other states are really interested in this kind of program because everybody wants to make use of raw materials and minerals that we have in Nigeria. Because basically, when we talk about raw materials in Nigeria at a whole, raw materials, when people get raw materials, especially people from over there, I would say from over there, because what they want us to do with raw materials is to sell them the raw materials that is being drawn from here, not make use of the raw material. There's two different things. Have a raw material and make use of the raw material. We want to be able to take the raw material and make use of it ourselves as a finished product. And in Nigeria, we are blessed with a lot of raw materials. This is what prompted me to initiate this program, and I was approached by the state to come, and they spoke to me about this program. And I'd rather do this kind of program here in Nigeria than any other place in the
One
world.
last question, please.
Yes.
How did you make it attractive? You don't mind the countries.
Yeah.
What did you? What steps did you take to attract you?
Yes, because if we have the right people from Nigeria that can do the same thing in a legitimate way than for people or thugs to be going into the site of mining and stealing, it will reduce the insecurity in the mining area and even in the state. Mining alone creates insecurity in a state because of the kind of things they're going to put around the state for people not to see and stealing it out. But if we train the right people, give them the right license, they should be able to mine themselves. And then we should be able to make use of things that are mined and produce and make a production for the state and for the country as Nigeria as a whole.
Yeah. What would this training be like? What was the process for your description?
This set of training, this training is gonna be 3-month training, and then this training go through the process of learning the industry of jewelry industry in the international standard. This is not a normal training, and this is gonna give them a basic background of jewelry industry as a whole, from mining and design and jewelry craftsmanship as a whole. So this program is 3 months, and I know by the second month or going to the third month, each student we should be able to have a area in the jewelry industry that they're gonna focus on, which is once they pick their focus, then we train them based on their focus. Because there's so many parts and area when it comes to the jewelry industry, because you can't do it all. You can't say, oh, I want to be a mining, then I want to be a jewelry design, and I want to be a retail jewelry. It's a lot. So we want each student to get the basic knowledge from the first 2 months, but for the third month, you should be able to have a specific area. It's just like being a doctor. If you're a doctor, you can't do everything. At some point, you're gonna pick a specific area. You're gonna focus in the industry. It's similar. So yeah.
Yes, sir, you said over 16,000 persons.
So yeah, the
How
application.
many we presently have now? That
The application that we got in generally for only Kogi State, we have 16,900. After shuffle and miss application for some people, we have 13,900 presently. And then 13,900 only from Kogi State. We had 6,000 for other people applying. Then we have 4,000 from other countries even applying. Even we have people applied from South Africa and Mali, Ghana, and everywhere. So it's a lot of applications that we have.
how many people have
taking this training?
So this is the first set, right? The first set is we start with 20 students. But this year we're training 60 to 70 students this year. And then it continue for the next 5 years.
Jesus. Thank you, sir.
They don't do that again. They go and sell it off. You have more courage. How are you going to sustain this?
Okay, I would say a big thank you to the Kogi State government and in partnership with my livelihood. One thing about sustainability, it's what I would say, it's from a mindset thing. A lot of youths feel like when they get the fish, they're feeding the fish and that is it, but that is not growth. For sustainability, you have to understand that an investment has been made. It's now for you to grow that investment into something that would be of benefit to you. Now, it's not just for you, but also for the economy, for the growth of the country, and for to become worthy representatives in your state. So for you to become someone of value, for you to become someone of excellence, you have to understand that anything being given to you means representing growth to you, and means you have to replicate that, not just for yourself, but for the people at large. Okay, my name is your Faith. Okay.
To thank God for this program. I want to thank the management, those that have put this together, the government of Kogi State, and also my livelihood. I want to thank them for the partnership, even for this program. I believe it's something that is not usual. It's unique, and it speaks about excellence. And excellence is something that is needed in this country. We don't only need to get our raw materials and get it out there. That is portraying something that is just normal, just usual. But this is something that speaks of excellence, and excellent means putting the extra touch into things, putting the extra touch, going the extra mile. And this is what we've come to learn even here today in this program concerning excellence, concerning mining, craftsmanship, and this is about using our raw materials, what we have in this country, what we have in the States, betting excellence out of it and bringing it to the global stage, even for people to see and for people to admire what we have. Because youths, I believe, are not lazy if they are shown the way. And just like the governor said, we are easy.
We equip our youth with practical skill.
When governor comes, move back.
All of us move back. Let's go. For your visionary leadership, steadfast support, and unwavering commitment to youth development and economic transformation. Your approval and
and we're happy that we are making this possible in Nigeria.
God bless Kogi State. God can unlock the enormous opportunity within the Kogi State.
It is my honor, Your Excellency, to present to you.
When we are outside, we can have you.
Application which can be confirmed by the students.
To this official commencement of the Kogi State.
Much of this job is for you because the raw materials is with you, and definitely, and I believe by the time we are done from this class.
But it's being a 5 minutes.
We are